How tough was it to get the boys up after last Saturday?
Yeah, difficult. It's been a more difficult than usual week, obviously. You know, our defeat last week led to some quite outspoken reaction from certain sections of the French Rugby League public. So, you know, I've no doubt it sort of played a little bit on the boys' mind, but I don't think I could knock us too much for commitment and enthusiasm tonight. I thought it were a pretty evenly matched game, evenly matched teams, and both teams I thought, you know, gave a lot of effort and commitment out there.
So where did you fall short, do you think?
A couple of areas. Certainly our ball retention. You know, in the first half we had a hell of a lot of good field position that we squandered. We came up with, I don't know, probably about 7 or 8 errors in as good ball sets. So we never got chance and opportunity to post too many points in the first half when field position allowed. And I thought the Wales defence, you know, I'm going to really credit the opposition for their tenacity, for the way that they scrambled on their own line and the way that they stopped our opportunities. You know, we had a couple of men held up, they tackled the wingers on the corner flags a couple of times. And you know, pre-match we identified the wingers as a real threat. You know, one of the wingers has run the length of the field for a try, and the other winger has run 3/4 of the length of the field that's led to the field position and try. And ultimately, I think that, you know, that really proved the difference between the teams. In, you know, we're a tight game, but obviously one that we were always chasing.
How do you lift your players for next week?
Well, we're at home in front of his own fans. I think this is the second year running that this tournament is going to go right to the wire with 3 teams that can possibly win it. And as last year, it went on the tightest of points differences. It's hard to see it going any other way this year. Obviously, Wales are in pole position, but they've got to go to Ireland. You know, home advantage seems to have been a real advantage over the last 2 years in this tournament. And you know, Ireland are a much improved team as we've seen in their 2 performances this year. So, you know, for us in front of our home fans at Avignon, you know, we need to get out there, get the right result, and hope that Ireland do us a favour. But as I said last year, it went right to 3 teams and a 2 points differential. It could go pretty similar this year, I reckon.
Can we expect many changes for next week?
It's really early on that one because you know, it's 10 minutes post-match, so I've not had a chance to have too much of a wash-up with the physios yet. But I don't think we've got anything too scathing out of tonight's game.
Theo, your thoughts on today's game?
It's just Wales were very good tonight. We wanted to win after last week, so we turned up with a good attitude, I thought, but we just couldn't complete our sets. And against any team, it's hard if you don't keep the ball and don't complete your sets. And they've got good back three, as Rich said. I thought first we controlled them, but then they had 2 chances and took them. But yeah, it's hard if you don't keep the ball against any team and keep dropping it. It's very hard.
Thanks.
We're looking for the introduction of a